Hello everyone and welcome to the void between reality and the land of hacking nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we're going to be taking a look at the studio series Rise of the Beast Leader Class Optimus Primal. So this is the end of our movie Maximal journey. I do have all the other Maximals with me, so we'll do some size comparisons and take a look at all the other figures, how they look together. It's a decent Optimus Primal. I will say right off the bat, I like the what was it? The Beast Awakening Optimus Primal from Takara. I just think it's big. It's a leader. It's an actual leader size because yeah, this is a Voyager class figure. I'm just gonna say right off the bat, this is a Voyager class figure. That's Voyager Rhinox. This is leader class Optimus Primal. Really? But my griping aside, although there will be some griping in a minute, overall, it's a pretty decent figure. So yeah, well, first of all, we will give you, of course, the customary look at the noggin. And it's a decent noggin. The only thing is it doesn't have the battle mask, which was what they went with in the film. Again, with the Studio Series Maximals, these are more or less based off of concept art and not the actual on-screen models, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to see a lot more fur detail on this, but for what it is, it does the trick. So, before we go into the accessories, we will go ahead and do posability. Head is on a ball joint, but because of the neck, well, you can see that. Because of the neck guard sort of thing, it does get in the way of the neck posability. Rotation at the shoulder. We have a backwards butterfly joint. That is for MONKE mode. Bicep swivel. Bend at the elbow. Wrist. We have one of the things where you have two fingers and they're on hinge joints. And you do have some wrist articulation. Lower the camera for a moment. There we go. Waist can do a full 360. Can kick back that far, although you kind of have to pull his leg out a little bit because there's a little bit of butt flap there that does get in the way, but he can kick forward that far. Can do the splits. A deep bend at the knee, that is for transformation, but you always love extra posability, whether or not it is for transformation. And he does have a little bit of ankle movement and an ankle pivot. So, decently posable. You probably could get this guy into a lot of good poses. Again, I'm terrible at posing with figures. Now we'll get into the accessories that it comes with, because he does come with a number of accessories, and I'm going to have a problem with that in a moment because of Hasbro scummery. But he does come with his trademark swords. These are basically, no matter what the incarnation of Optimus Primal is, he does have these sort of crescent blades, which can fit into his hands like so. And he can also Darth Maul it up, because they can connect together, and thankfully that connection is nice and tight. So that's pretty cool. Now he does come with some other accessories. He comes with, and I'm okay with this particular accessory, it is the transwarp key, which was sort of the MacGuffin of the movie, and or like the whole plot point of the movie. And it can separate like so, and it is picked out with some nice orange paint, or more bronzes orange than just plain orange. And you can kind of hold it, but it is a loose grip. Now, he does come with 2 other accessories, and it's not necessarily my problem with the figure, or a problem with the figure. It's more or less a problem with modern day Hasbro. Because not only are you getting skimped on size, other figures are getting skimped on accessories. There are 2 accessories here. You have this chain, which can separate, go together. And then you have this axe. Does this axe look familiar to you? That's because it's not made for Optimus Primal. It's made for Optimus Prime, the movie Prime from Rise of the Beasts. This is his axe from the movie. Can you start to see where my problem is? Because then this chain is actually for the wrecking ball on Battle Trap. I unfortunately do not have Battle Trap. I could never find a Battle Trap. But yeah, so here's my problem. These are accessories. And while yes, they did make it so you could have the chain attached to his swords. Sometimes it is easier said than done getting these in. So you can have that attached, and I guess it looks okay. I can't get it in. The main problem I have is that these are accessories that were meant to go with other figures. And what do you think was done here? Yeah, these were meant to go with other figures so that other figures are less complete, and you have to buy another figure to have a complete figure. These accessories should have come with, these should have come with Battle Trap, and this should have come with Optimus Prime. Why did they put these in with Primal? Price jacking. So instead of giving us an actual leader class figure, because the box was huge and it could have fit a real leader class figure, they decided to give us extra props for figures that you may or may not have in order to jack up, as I throw everything everywhere, to artificially jack up the price. That's Hasbro for you. Half the quality, twice the price. My rantings aside, let's go ahead and get into transformation. Oh, actually, first, I'm going to bring in the other Maximals so we can have a family photo. Here is Rhinox. Here is Cheetor. And, of course, here is Airazor. And I must admit, when you have the 4 together, they do look pretty darn good together. This is definitely something where if you're going to get this guy, you got to get his teammates. Did this cost me close to, actually over $100? Well, these 2 were Christmas presents. And I think that was one of my birthday presents, and this last was, I bought her myself, but this will cost you over $100 to have the complete team, but oh well, what can you do? They do look really good together. Now we will go ahead and get into transformation. Just put these guys off to the side for now. I said off this. Okay, you can just fall over and knock each other over. First things first, we're going to take the swords out. Make sure that the fingers are all the way flush with the thumb. Then we're going to come to the arms. We're going to open this panel and open this panel and fold that up. I'm going to turn the fist and then fold this in. Or actually, first, we're going to take this panel and turn this 180, like so. And then we'll close up this panel. And you'll know if you've gotten it right, because there's a little hole here and a slot there. And that, if you've gotten it right, I don't think I did. No, did I? Oh, I did get it right. It will then lie flush. Same on the other side. Open that up. Open up this panel. Turn this panel around. Turn the fist. Rotate that in. And then that will snap in like that. And you've got the arms transformed. Next, we're going to come back here, unpeg this panel, and we're going to swing this all the way around like that. We're going to fold this up and over, then take this panel, fold it, and snap it down like that. Then we're going to open the chest. And it is very much the classic Optimus Primal head turn. Sometimes, so just turn that around and get the monkey mode head out like that. Then we're just going to fold this down for now. So actually, the way this transforms, some people complain that this piece really doesn't fit in, or that this part doesn't really fit in. But what you have to do is there's a peg here and a tab right in there. You're going to put this in at an angle and hook that in like that. And just kind of press it. And once you hear that click, I said once you hear the click, there you go. Once you hear that click, you're good to go. And that is locked in nice and tight. So then we're just going to turn the fists around so that they're facing the right way. Then we can come to the legs. We're going to come here and fold these in like that. Then we're going to take this whole assembly and just kind of open that up like that. So open that panel up all the way. Then we're just going to fold this in and fold out the monkey foot like so, and just fold that up. And we're going to finagle this like so. And there will be a little tab somewhere. There we go. Just like that. And there's one leg done. And then just fold down that panel. So open that up. Let me lower this just a little bit. Open that up. Fold out that panel. Fold that around, and then fold out the monkey mode foot, and then just bend that up. Sometimes it's a little easier said than done. And just, that will snap into place. And then you can just fold in that panel. And then just kind of situate him. So he is on his all fours. And there you go. There you have your Optimus Primal in his MONKE mode. And yes, I will continue to do that joke on absolutely every Optimus Primal toy. You can't stop me. It's my house and my rules. In my basement, we play by my rules. So you can store the swords also up like that. And we'll give you a quick look at Le MONKE Noggin. Now this is pretty good. This is more or less what you see on screen. And he does, oh, as I knocked the sword over, he can open his mouth. I do wish that this section was painted, but oh well. So I keep knocking the swords off. He can stand on his back legs if you just kind of rock them back like that and fold the foot down, so he can stand bipedal. And he can, of course, do the monkey rage position, which is important for all Optimus Primals, that they can at least do a monkey rage position. So for posability, it's basically the same, although the legs are a little hampered, obviously. But it's a good beast mode. Like, it is a really good beast mode. Obviously, you have the leg kibble or the robot mode feet hanging off, but that's just the nature of beast formers, right? You're gonna have some kibble. That's just how it works. And those butterfly joints, like I said, do come into handy there for the monkey rage mode. So, if you would give me an uno memento, I now have 3 more figures I have to transform so that we can do the family photo. One moment, please. And there you go. There they are. There is the family photo of Optimus Primal and his fellow Maximals. Yeah, they look pretty darn good together. This is definitely if you're gonna get one, you really do have to get the others. Oh, forgot to put his little rocket launcher thing on. There you go. But they all do look pretty darn good together. It's nice to have the family. It's a nice family photo. So yeah, there are all the Maximals together. Oh, transforming all 3 of them in rapid succession was fun. But now that we have done the family photo, let's go ahead and get Optimus Primal back in his robot mode, and then we will do final thoughts on the figure. So I'm just going to unplug his swords. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come back and just spread the legs out like so. Then, and like that, and just open these panels up like that. And there, those should just kind of collapse down as you move the feet in like so. There you go. There's one leg. And the same on the other leg, just kind of spread it or pull it down and then just fold in. Ugh, sometimes these joints can be a little hard to swing around like that. And just fold that in. Is there a reason you don't want to collapse? There we go. Okay. I forgot that you have to make sure these are folded down so that they'll clip in right there. Like that. And like that. And just straighten out the feet. And then sometimes you have to use the sword to kind of get the heel or that little bit out. Like that. And like that. And then we'll raise the camera for the rest of the figure. Then you're gonna come to this side, unpeg that, and swing that up. Then you're just gonna take this, swing it around, fold it down, and it will peg onto the back. Then we're just going to fold this up. Come on. Sometimes easier said than done. There we go. And just fold that down. First, actually just take this panel, unpeg it, swing it around. Then we can just collapse that in and you'll just hear that snap into place. Then we're going to open up the chest. Swing that around and reposition the head so that it just slides down like that. And the reason you don't want to... Is it supposed to have the head like that? No? Why don't... One moment, please. Okay, I figured it out. Forgot that you had to put the monkey head all the way back like that. And then you can collapse the chest. And then we're going to come down to the arms, unpeg that, and open that panel. Make sure the fist is all closed up and just slot that in like that. Oh, forgot to slide that panel. And then you can just take that and close it in like so. Turn the fist around. And then you can take this panel and collapse. Did I put the fist in wrong? I might have. Oh, I forgot you had to turn the fist around. Then you can close that up and just fold that down like that. Same on the other side. Flip this panel up, open that panel, turn the fist around, turn this black panel around, slot it in just like that, close that, and then that will close like that. Turn the arms around, close that down like so. Make sure everything is snapped together. Give them his swords. And there you go. There you have Leader Class Optimus Primal back in his robot mode. Final thoughts on the figure? Darn good figure. My qualms aside with the size and the fact that it contains accessories for other figures, which then cheapens other figures and makes figures not complete, this is a pretty darn good toy. Now, it has been repainted into Ape Link, and that will be out on shelves right about now. Would I suggest this over Beast Awakening Optimus Primal? No. But I understand that that is a Japanese figure, so that's going to be an import. So you're going to pay more for that, and it's about a $70 figure. If you can't get Beast Awakening Primal, like the only reason I got this was because I didn't think I was going to get Beast Awakening Primal. But I was actually able to track one down. If you can't get Beast Awakening Primal, this is fine. Absolutely pick this up. And pick it up if you are going to get the Studio Series Maximals. Because this aesthetic fits the aesthetic of the movie Maximals. Because honestly, the other one does feel a little bit more like the movie with the fur detail. And the fact that it has the battle mask. But yeah, it's a recommendation with certain conditions, but you can't go wrong with this toy. It is pretty good, even if it is a bit small for a leader class. So yeah, there you go. I'm asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. I will be scheduling that Five Nights at Freddy's stream. If not this week, then or next week, then it will probably be either next week or the week after. I am pretty wide open when it comes to July. So yeah, that will will be soon. And yeah, remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time.